Remote and rugged, in the Torricelli Mountains in West Sepik, Papua New Guinea. Small villages lay scattered, often inaccessible. The terrain makes it difficult for development to come in. Cut off from electricity, these rural communities exist isolated in energy poverty.
Electricity is a basic human need. In Papua New Guinea, there's more than 85% of the population that live in the rural communities without access to electrification.
That time, when I'm leaving the TAC, even my family, when we are in the darkness, we are scared of going out.
Back in 2018, Solutions PNG were approached by Tenkile Conservation Alliance, and we started discussions on the projects and programs that Tenkile Conservation Alliance works with the 50 monotherium villages. And amongst the livelihood improvement projects, they identified a need for reliable and clean energy in those communities. And so it was one of those needs that required us to come into a partnership with Tenkile Conservation Alliance, and also we saw the need for bringing out more reliable and quality technology into these sort of communities that needed it the most.
The project, Kamapim Pawa, is supported by the PNG-Australia Partnership through the Pawarim Komuniti off-grid electrification program.
I want to give an acknowledgement to the PNG and the Australian government with Solar Solution for the quality work and the quality equipment that we are using right now. Good partnership with TCA, thank you.
Now, for the few hundreds living in this village, Maui, life as they knew it has been transformed.
Time mi magiet, mi na saw using this light. People miss out using mampu, using loku, lo sitam kai, emol mampu, mi plus out using no light fire, na keep mi plus light. And now mi plus am muscles mi plus using light now. You go in the morning when you can walk la house inside, mi plus out using this light.
During that time, the life was very hard. People sometimes they burn themselves with fire. Sometimes they face problem in going to the toilet and to the shower room or to wash, they face problem. But today, experiencing from the past, I see that there's a lot of big change. There's no fire, there's no more bamboo, there's no more coconut fronds lying behind the houses or in front of the houses. Now, they are free.
Tubla bignini plomito asem tubla sa ko lo school come back lo night or walk to school. Before no ka tubla pa kam na lo simsta. Piano sa mall weekend na bo mi plus sa elbe mall lo walk lo san lo night and by at lo walk mi plus sim tot se. Ai lo mi no right to mas lo. To plan the time mi plus sa walk tamplo payas mo but is like ai ni ko na high problem. So now mi look is la light e mo right ken e mo right straight lo ai lo mi we mi ken look im kala lo pilu mo is like ai. Mi ken walk lo night. Mi walk im plan the walk lo mi lo night. Mi meri plo kukum flower, mi meri plo walk in pilo, mi sa walk lo night. Na now mi can walk lo sun, mi can walk lo night.
The most important thing with the solar lighting system that people are using right now, it is that when they are using these lights, they are preventing and conserving the environment because they are no longer destroying the environment when going to the bush, cutting all bamboos for fire during the night, and also they are not collecting too much wood from the cotton because they are using the light right now at home, which helps them to limit the destruction into the environment. With this lighting system that people are using right now, it really helps people with the health because it limits the fire smoke in the house, kitchens and all this. When lighting the bamboo from the kitchen, taking it into the house, it limits the smoke from the fire, the kapon. It helps people with community catering during the night. We don't need any more money to spend on fuel and all this for running the generator during the night.
People may play small kerosene lamps. So now the time yeah, long come back long picking in now sanapia. All use like I know light low help more night long study inside law home, better home long only family. Now long me blow some workman at the same time to help me blow program or work activities blow me blow. Me former teacher on the time me use 20 years me teach. Me use some night lights long writing more program blow next day's teaching. So me look now this like kind of technology now help me blow workman or picking one time no school blow and me workman make more work on the night.
This is like me real change. Me look him how light and stuff, and me make him big change inside the whole man where instead of come na you steal or you make him one name or you come na you pair up or you come hide na you want something long come up in violence or one they've already seen you because the big light is there. Me look him was all married to they can walk about from house to house. Young children or some especially for the female only walk on them. Trouble free, also like kind. So, we look more same. I think already only taking vocal initiative lo this la light. Na lo me personally, I feel so hard lo me lo talk. Me amamas and big plamamas.
Health, education, microeconomies, all thriving under the glow of the solar lights. In Lumi, over 2,600 households have been lit up, benefiting over 13,000 people, including women, men, and people with disability. Most people, for the first time, have 4 lights in their house and a charging station for their mobile phones. 350 streetlights have been distributed across 50 villages, with Perth Zoo extending support as well. From darkness to light, there is an immense sense of pride here.
The way I see that the Solar Fest came in here, people were very proud and overjoyed, saying we are now coming out from the darkness and we have the lights in the house and the street lights are shining near our houses, providing lights from house to the toilets, and we are more than happy. And then this opportunity is a great opportunity. Since independence, we haven't experienced that. Even the government institutions or the government departments, they haven't considered us since independence. But now that with the opportunity from the organization, the local organization, Electrification Conservation Alliance, that has provided this opportunity.
But this journey started with building trust with the community. Tenkile Conservation Alliance, a not-for-profit organization that has worked for 2 decades, led the charge. TCA's focus on protecting the environment translated into selecting solar technology that is eco-friendly.
Me privilege lo kisim me kam stable ground lo me. Tas all me people must take in this privilege na respecting na lari me staff lo local lo me take ownership of this service na me kisim.
The timeline saw a pre-survey done through an app created for the purpose of recording data, georeference photos of households, information on the number of members, and the current lighting systems used were collected. Consultations and meetings were held with households and clan leaders to get buy-in. Mapping the villages, identifying households, and convincing families to sign up. The process, while time-consuming, has made a massive impact on the ground.
You mean now house number you mix in light, you mean thank you long line of solar solution?
Line lo TCA, China team. Give him this la walk cam lo me do through lo mina master lo me lo by me to lo mas walk about lo place to place house to house na talk lo people this la light them good la light me to plus out to mall me walk long la time na me sa come to mall line lo place so now for something I'm light all giving me.
The technical partner, Solar Solutions, bring in the equipment, training the team before distribution. The starting point, Rawete Village, a pilot site for the launching and installation, and then the template was rolled out to other 49 villages. Then came workshops and training on installation and maintenance, and establishing solar distributors in Lumi. Training, distributing, installing, powering, one household at a time, one village at a time.
Unlike urban areas where there's easy access through reliable roads and power utilities into households, in rural communities, most household villages are scattered amongst the mountains, and on flat areas you may have villages that aren't in one specific area. And so with this particular project, it was quite a challenge bringing up systems into communities, because you are climbing hilltops, going down hilltops, crossing fast-flowing rivers, and also up in the mountains. We required something that can be easy to move to those villages. But the other challenge that we faced was bringing those equipment out of Wewak and up to Lumi before distribution.
Behind the scenes, intense planning and coordination over the logistics. The journey from Port Moresby to Lae to Wewak, then a drive to Lumi, and finally distribution at the villages. Be it a household or a street light, community engagement is at the heart of the process. Understanding their needs and resourcing them appropriately. The key is quality and durability of the solar lighting system, and transitioning from unreliable and dangerous products that are easily available.
They are not durable, I should say. They don't last long. The cost is less, but people only agree to buy them. That's it's a long time.
I'm planting money. Maybe so using nothing look patri where patri. Could let to us. Must play tarara. Maybe so using can. Time can. The sample thoughts too. Spring global so paragraph can.
The simple plug-and-play solar home system is Lighting Global Standard certified, which comes with 2-year warranty. It has the potential to meet added accessories such as a television, universal laptop charging, and a pedestal fan. The P-Box 15-watt streetlights, which have a warranty of 3 years, are weatherproof and all-in-one build type, which will provide public lighting after dark. They come with lithium batteries that are highly energetic up to 5 years. If replacement or an added accessory is sought, it is through the local distributor network where households can purchase these additions. The used batteries are disposed through Solar Solutions and replaced free if under warranty, and discounted purchase if damaged or warranty expires. The other components are brought to the TCA base in Lumi, where they will be repatriated to Solar Solutions for recycling.
Difference like the ones that we bought it from the store. They just gave us the light and take it home, and then when we install it, after a month or 2, the light is spoiled, you see. So this is the big difference between the light that we are using it now. There's a policy, the safety rules and all this. We start to keep all the batteries or the wires or the boxes together in one place. The experience with a solar solution right now, the quality, I want to talk about the quality because the quality is the best.
But the system needs maintenance. The Solar Solutions team has empowered the community by providing in-depth training. Keeping the training and installation processes inclusive, a male and female representative from each village were selected for upskilling. Men and women of the villages have now taken ownership of the project.
Training helps me a lot because it gives me more knowledge in terms of setting up the lights, install the lights. After the training, I went back home, or we went back home with the officers, and we trained all the people at home on how to install the lights, set up the kits, the street lights, pull out the extension codes to its house or the rooms. It's like we are giving them knowledge, and they know how to install the lights.
Thank you!
Belum bilang make sure Sam involving more community na involving more Mary. Long only must take him ownership inside the one family. The big role me make him now, me talk plan the all Mary all Sam. They become the ownership of what is given. So that all Mary they become good managers in looking after the lighting system. So the switchboard and whatever, me plan talking all of them. They must establish look out for all Mary so that all Mary can look out and put something na provide him long family because after all, she's getting all family inside the house.
The households also make a contribution of 10% towards the equipment.
We have this system on the 10% basis. This policy has been created since day one. 10% is part of the community ownership or community contribution. So seeing that if the beneficiaries are getting the material or the equipment for free, they can be managed for a longer period. Before the equipment delivered, we'll have to ask them to pay for the 10%. Once the 10% comes in, we have the records, and then this village is ready, then we start distribute the equipment.
The project has had a tremendous impact and been replicated across 50 villages in West Sepik.
This type of distribution, we try to make sure that in the current project, we have 2,690 households installed with this barefoot system. And we hope that in the future, we could expand this model to feeder villages in the community and its surrounding communities. And it's also a model that can be implemented and contextualized to other conservation areas as well. And now we've seen lots and lots of interest from other villages as well. And so, as I've said earlier, this is one basic human need. And if people find or value quality of the products, they would want more of this. And we want to see that in projects like this, we can equally distribute to other villages and not just feed the villages like we have done.
A commitment to give access to clean energy services in rural and remote communities throughout PNG. This is just the beginning.